Now, this question, you are asked, the diagram below represents a solid made up of a hemisphere mounted on the base of a cone. The radius, as you can see that diagram, the radius of the cone and the radius r of the hemisphere are each 5 centimeters. So they share the radius and it is equal. And the height h of the cone is 12 centimeters. Take pi is equals to 22 over 7 and you solve this. So you are asked to calculate the surface area, 3 marks, of the solid. Calculate the volume of the solid, and the solid was cast into a sphere. Calculate the surface area and the volume of the sphere formed. Now, this question is quite common and important in KCSE. You need to know how to calculate the volume, the surface area, and the perimeters of different shapes. Now, this question has so, and you are given this. You are given h. H is equals to 12. 12 centimeters, and r is equals to this. Now r is equals to 5 centimeters. The first question asks A, find the surface area of the solid. So wait, so r is equals to 5 centimeters and you have the conical part. Okay, now the first thing you need to know is that finding the surface area, you need to find the surface area of the conical part and of the hemispherical part, the hemisphere. So you're not supposed to find the surface area of this circle here, because the two cones, the cone and the hemisphere, are covered. Okay, but if it were separate, note, if it were separate, you are going to find the surface area of here and the surface area of this. And if the hemisphere was also separate, you are supposed to find the surface area of the spherical part, hemispherical part, and then of this circular part. Remember, a hemisphere is like a ball. So you have a ball, halafu imekatwa katikati. So ndio hemisphere. So ukitafuta surface area ya ball, ni tofauti sana na ya circle. So hapa hivi ndio kwa na circle hivyo hapa juu. Okay? So with that, your surface area is equals to surface area of the conical part, or of the cone plus surface area of the hemisphere. Surface area of a cone, which is given as pi r l, the conical part. You are given that in your mathematical tables. So you do not need to cram. You just find this surface area from your book, from your mathematical tables. Then plus the surface area of the hemisphere. Surface area of a sphere is given as 4. Is it given as 4 pi r squared? So this is the formula you are supposed to use, 4 pi r squared. Now you can solve each separately, but you can also if you are in Form 4 and you are very bright, you can factor out what is common. So you have pi r, and this is L plus 4 r, not really, yes, r, 4 r, like this. So the answer you are going to get here, you have pi r and pi r. If you fill this, you are going to get the same answer. But I want us to do it separately so that you can, so that we also accommodate students who are not very good. And also, so that you can get yourself some marks. If you get this one correctly, you will get 1 mark. This one correctly, 1 mark. Then combined answer, another mark. So pi rl is equals to 22 over 7 times r, 5 times L. Now, what is L? L is the slanting height. And we are not given L. But we can find it because our R, this, is like a right angled triangle. So we need to find this. So what do we know about the Pythagoras theorem? This is A, this is B, this is C. So A squared plus B squared is equals to C squared. So 12 squared plus 5 squared is equals to, this is 144 plus 25 is equals to 169. So C squared is equals to 169. So what is C? The square root of 169, which is 13. So this is 13. Okay? Now, you are not supposed to delete this from your work. I'm just deleting because I have little space. So this is 13. Pi rl plus 4 times 22 over 7 times r, 5 times 5. I have a 5 squared. Okay? Yes, we can solve this. So let us solve 22 divided by 7. 22, we have a calculator. 22 divided by 7 times 5, then times 13. This should give you 204.29 centimeter squared plus 4 times 22 divided by 7 times 25, which is 5 squared. 314 I'm wondering. 29. You know, I'm wondering because 22 over 7 is also written as 3.142. Yeah? So the reason why is 4 times 25 is equals to 100. So if you use that formula of 3.142, you just replace the zeros. You just change the position. Now, adding this and this should give you 204. 0.29. It should give you 518.58 centimeters squared. So now this is the surface area, and you are done with that part. Now, so if you are going to mark for yourself, okay, let me just first finish, then you are going to mark for yourself. Now, the second part asks the volume. Part B as the volume of the solid. Again, volume is equals to volume of the cone plus volume of the hemisphere. Volume of the cone is given as, remember, you have the formulas in your mathematical tables, you don't need to cram them, but it is 1/3 times area of the base, which is pi r squared, then times the height, then plus volume of the hemisphere. Volume of the hemisphere, first it is a half, times 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay? Now, again, you can factor this out, what you have as common. First you have 1/3 pi r squared, and then you factor out, you have h plus 4/2 pi r, you have r. So if you solve this, you are going to get the answer. But if you want, you are a genius, eh? Yeah, solve this. This is when you want some headache. But it is very easy because it is just straightforward. But since we have a lot of time, let us solve this directly. Let me delete this to create space. Hemisphere. Yes. You are going to solve this directly and have 1/3 times 22/7 times 5 squared, or 5 times 5 times h, plus a half, or you can solve this, you have 2/3 times 22/7 times 5 times 5 times 5. Alright? Now let us solve this. It is very easy. You are supposed to arrange your work in a nice way that the teacher can easily follow. So 22, 1/3, 1 divided by 3 times 22, divided by 7, then times 25, then times 12. This is 314.29. I'm looking at that because my answer, it's okay. My answer had come with a fraction like 314 and then 2/7. That's okay. Then plus 2 divided by 3 times 22 divided by 7. I'm not sure whether I've yes. Let me just repeat. 2 divided by 3 times 22 divided by 7 times 25 times 5, 125. 261.90. So if you get this correctly, you are going to get an answer for it. And then this one you add 314.29. sorry. 76.19 centimeters cubed. Yes. So you have this as your answer. The other part. So if you get this correctly up to this point, an answer, 1 mark, then you have another mark there. The last bit was not worth 4 marks, but it is just important. Part C asks, the solid was cast into a sphere. So what do you know about a sphere? A sphere is like a ball. Okay. So now this solid was molded or cast again into a sphere. Remember, it has a hemisphere and a conical part, and the volumes are not the same. So you cannot say that it will retain the radius. Okay? The solid was cast into a sphere. Calculate the surface area and the volume of the sphere formed. Yes. So these are a tricky question. Some students, I asked students this question, and some said, well, now the particle, the solid will retain its surface area. But is that true? It's not so. Because what will happen, like when you separate these two, you take this aside and this aside, what will remain is that their volumes, even when you cut into different parts or you mold into different shapes, the volume will not change. Remember that experiment in physics form 1 where you put water in a container of a different shape and you asked, has the height changed? Yes. But has the the volume changed? No. So the surface area can change, but the volume cannot. The surface area will change, especially like ukichukua mahindi and then unasiaga. In biology we talk about how to increase the rate of a reaction. You increase the surface area to volume ratio. The volume will not change, but when you grind, you're increasing the surface area to volume ratio. You're increasing the surface area anyway. Okay? Haya. Now, with that, that part, you say volume of sphere equals to the volume of the solid. So it has not changed. Now the new volume is the same. So where is the volume? You have 576.19 centimeter cubic. Now you are going to now to find the surface area. To find the surface area of the solid that was formed, you need to find its radius. Okay? So you need to find what is the radius. To find the radius, you can use this formula. You say volume of a sphere is given as 4/3 pi r cubed is equals to 576.19 centimeter cubic. So find r. So you have you can solve this part or you can take it to the other side. So r cubed is equals to 576.19 times 3/4. Okay? Because if you multiply this 3/4, you change it. Then the answer over pi, which is 22/7. Okay? Hi. Or let me be slow on you. Let me be slow on the students. So you have 4/3 pi r cubed is equals to 576.19 times 3/4. First solve this. You solve that. You have 576.19 times 3 divided by 4. You have 4, that's 2.14. And this is pi r cubed. So r cubed is equals to 4, that's 2.14. You divide by pi. You are told that pi is equals to 22/7. So you can take this to the other side. To do that, you can multiply both sides by 7/22 times 7/22, so that this one is cancelled out. Alright? So r cubed is equals to this times 7/22, or you divide by pi in your calculator. But if you want to use this, do this. So this answer times 7 divided by 22, you have 137.4999. So r cubed. So what is r? R is equal to the cube root of this answer. Okay? Now, I don't know whether I'll have the cube root of this in my calculator. Cube root. You know, I'm using my phone. Cube root of 27. Well, so let us go to Google. My calculator does not have that cube root. The cube root of this, so do it cube root of 137 .4999. You have 5.16 centimeters. So you have the radius there. And what do we want to find? The surface area, okay? Now, surface area is equals to 4 pi r squared, which is 4 times 22/7 times 5.16 squared. So surface area will be given as so 4 times 22 divided by 7 times 5.16 times 5.16. So you have 334.72 centimeters squared. Okay? Yes. So with that, we can mark for ourselves. This is a very easy question that is very common in KCSE. You need to master all these concepts. Now, at this point, part A, the surface area, you get this correctly. No, I don't use this blue pen. You get this correctly. You get M1, M1, and then A1. So you have 3 marks. You find the volume. If you find the volume of 1, you have M1, M1, and then A1, and you have 3. So remember, in mathematics, we are not very interested with the answer. We are very interested with the method. So if you do this, you have 2 marks. The answer only has 1 mark. So even if you don't get the answer correctly, you have your 2 marks. Okay, now, volume of the solid, the new solid. So this one you can get a bonus 1 because it is easy, it is a concept. Then here to find the radius, you have to find this radius you will get M1, and then the surface area, the method here, M1 and then A1. So if you calculate this, you have 4. Now 3 plus 3 plus 4, you have your 10 marks. Where should I write that? 10 marks. So it is very easy and it is very important that you solve this. Now I would like to give you a question that you can practice with it. Now this question similar, but So the diagram below represents similar question, but the radius and height are different. So you're given the radius as 3 centimeters instead of 5. And then you are given the height. Yes, the height of the height is 4 centimeters. So the other one you are given as 12. Now this time you are given as 4. The radius is 3 centimeters. Now solve this question. Again, find the surface area, find the volume. Then the last part, you are told the solid was cast into a cube. Calculate the size of one side of the cube. So just finding the size of one side, or you can also find the surface area and the volume. Yes. So just a tip on part C. Similar method, the way we have solved that question, the other question, but when you find the volume, you equate the volume of the solid to this, and then we know a cube, that the volume is given as one side cubed. Like so ni kama length times length is equals to volume. So you find the cube root. Now the way we have found R there, tumetafuta with this formula is very different. It was longer than what you're going to do it here. Yes. Good. So we are done with that question. Please tell me how you find this question. Did you learn something? Please subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends. And I hope you make it your commitment that you will never fail a question on volume. Yes. Thank you very much.